On the left side, guys, we have the Neon Knights, and on the right side is going to be MidNight Tempest. Now we do see the Cassidon off the bat not gonna get banned. Never mind. I thought it was gonna be banned, and they shuffled me. They messed me up a little bit. They're trying to mess with me very early on here, Hoovy.
Oh, right.
I was very much looking forward to seeing, as you now can see, the picks and bans.
Yes.
So Neon Knights,
I take your word for it for a while.
off the bat, first 3 bans. They went Shen, they went Hex, and they went Cassidon. Boom, 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 boom. We're already on the 6th ban. I'm loving this already. We got Akali and Sejuani banned from the MidNight Tempests.
All right. Looks like both teams did their homework from watching last night's. That's the advantage of, you know, having a few days and being able to see teams. You know, you have to do your homework to see if there's any power picks, anything you may have missed on the OPGGs that go, maybe we should ban that. Maybe that is a problem.
Yep, and as well, we saw the Maokai ban is coming as well. No overpowered jungler today.
Oh, I mean, there's still Udyr on the board. Udyr is still really strong.
That's true.
I don't know if anyone... Oh, there it is.
The instant. Oh my goodness. Did you see how fast that was?
Instant lock, and Udyr is just really, really strong right now.
Wow.
He's pretty much, you know, I would say he's like a Z tier jungler. Just really good.
Goodness.
He's above S tier.
Well, we got the Kai'Sa pick off the bat. We know that's a good comfort pick here for Crit from the Neon Knights. He likes playing the Kai'Sa. You pick Udyr because you banned Maokai, so you know what? We're going to ban a Z tier, and we're going to pick a Z tier. So they're kind of already, in my mind, winning the jungle. You got the Karma. Could be the support. Could be the mid. I would be curious.
Leona, nice all-in lane.
Yep. Okay.
They're looking to fight early, and then Elise. Okay.
Ooh. I haven't seen Elise.
Knights. Okay. A lot of catch out potential in their comp with Elise, Leona. A lot of pick potential. Varus Karma is going to be a really obnoxious poking lane. So they're just going to try and poke and whittle the Leona and Kai'Sa down, make them think twice about engaging on them. But the Udyr Elise matchup, I think, is very Udyr favored. I think Elise, she got better. She got a lot of with the jungle changes. She got a lot better as a champion. I think still like Elise is definitely still fine. I just think into Udyr it could be a little bit awkward. She's not really gonna build enough damage to really ever kill the Udyr, unless he does some like really weird like cringe build. But if he builds like how he's pretty much supposed to, Elise should never really be able to kill him outside of like very early game. Both teams kind of going for whittling down those mid pools.
Yeah, they're
Victor
like
and Rise bans.
All right. I mean, and there's the Fiora. They saw what happened. They have seen in the previous games the power of Fiora, and they went, "Nah, we're good." We watched the Fiora last night single-handedly take down the entire team.
Theoretically it could be Udyr top, but nope, it's going to be the Cassante. Cassante, really strong top laner. A lot of his answers, such as Fiora, get banned away. You could still pick a few answers into him. Gwen does really, really good into him. Gnar does really good into him. Gnar can bully him a little bit. There's rumors Gangplank does well into him. Yorick actually probably does. Oh, Yorick does really well into Cassante actually.
And that's a good, and that's an actual safety pick and a comfort pick for Dablord in the top lane for the Neon Knights here as well. He has some comfortability, and he's most known for that Yorick. So being able to put him up against this Cassante, who he does counter very well, should be a pretty easy time for Neon Knights in the top lane here.
And this does kind of like, let's see what they kind of finish out with the Yone. Okay, so their comp is... Okay, so their comp's a little bit skewered. We'll see how Tempest want to round out their comp. My issue with Neon Knights is right now they don't have a lot of range to play with. And you're going to be getting poked down with the Varus. Oh, wait. Maybe it is the Karma mid.
We saw they're going back and forth between the Nautilus and the Alistair.
Okay, so it is Karma mid. Never mind.
Mid. I called that. Let's go.
Okay. Interesting. All right, well, that changes the dynamic a little bit in bot lane. Varus will still be poking. Nautilus will still be throwing hooks, but it's definitely not going to be the big poke lane that it's going to be. But This also does usually mean Karma mid is going to be building a lot more AP, so her mantra Qs are going to be hitting really hard. So if they're able to just kind of sit back and kind of poke out the Neon Knights, it's going to be awkward for them to really engage. You're going to have to find a lot of really good angles to try and get in there.
All right, so there we go. That's going to be our starting five. Kaisa, Leona, Elise, Yorick, and Yon going up against Udyr, Karma, Varus, Casanti, and Nautilus. Both teams have issued the R. They are ready to go. And with that very loud sound in my ear, we go ahead and switch over to the same thing all over again. So I go. Now, if you liked it the first time with the FG logo in the background, you're going to love it with the League of Legends stuff in the background this time. It's definitely a fan favorite in this section of the game, Hoovy, but I think based on champ select, I don't know how much I like the Karma in the mid versus the Yon, so I think I'm going to take Neon Knights in this one.
I would probably go with Tempest. I like Tempest more.
All right.
At least their draft. At least I like their draft a little bit more. It's a lot more linear. The thing with Neon Knights is, again, they kind of have to get ahead. I mean, the Yorick Cassante matchup is really hard for Cassante, 100%.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be an easy one, but I am going to go ahead and while they're doing this, we're going to look at each starting fives lineup here. So you're going to see in the top lane for the Neon Knights is going to be Dablord, SDRgo, Hexify in the mid, Crit on ADC, and Crazy Dog on support. That 5 has not changed this entire series. And over here for the MidNight Tempest, you do have Lowercase in the top lane, Excalibur Fiora in the jungle, Mindblow in the mid lane, Shoto as the ADC, and then Potato is going to be on support. Something to keep in mind here, Potato and Nautilus kind of go together like two peas in a pod. We got to watch that game yesterday and just saw the absolutely disgusting hooks coming from Poe, and you just have to hope that you're going to see that again in this one.
Yeah, Potato. I mean, going to like lane matchups, it's kind of funny because Neon Knights I think has the advantage in the top lane. Yorick and Dablord. Dablord is one of his like signature champions, and Lowercase Island has kind of been the weaker part of the team for MidNight Tempest, and going into a counter matchup in a really hard matchup, I think that's something that the Neon Knights could look to exploit. But on the inverse, I think on the bottom end with Shoto and Potato, I think their bottom side absolutely crushes Critical Nugs and Crazy Dog. So I think really like it's gonna I think they both kind of like counter each other on opposite sides of the map. But I think the real big question mark is gonna come to like the mid jungle duos. Udyr Karma definitely does not have the I don't want to say killability because that sounds stupid, as Elise Yone. Definitely Elise Yone has the kill threat with that duo. So if they can try and like roam down the bottom side and make some plays happen to give their bottom a little bit of a lead that can help alleviate, I think Neon Knights could come out on top. But MidNight Tempest do have a lot of really good scaling. And if Karma ends up going to like either AP or going for like a Radiant Virtue, just trying to protect her team kind of comp, and they can kind of poke out a lot of Neon Knights, it could be really difficult for Neon Knights to get in there.
All right, I'm receiving word from the ear that Mindblow is actually not the mid lane in this one. It's going to be their flex player Wobble Wobble.
Oh,
coming in here for their first game.
Well, then I don't know who Wobble Wobble is. So
I got no idea.
I'm gonna have to just assume that Wobble Wobble
is the GOAT
and just do it.
Wobble Wobble just has to have that dog in him.
Yeah, Mindblow had a really good cast on last night, so I was kind of hoping we could see some of that. Obviously, got banned, but I guess we're gonna see the debut of Wobble Wobble here on FGE. I mean, so I think Karma mid's still fine. We'll poke out the Yone. Should do relatively okay in that lane, but again, Elise Yone is a really crazy kill lane. They can really look for a lot of early game pressure, and if Elise and Yone are able to push the Udyr back and make him not safe for his jungle, and just buy time for this Yorick to just kind of permascale and split push, I mean, that's a legitimate way of victory. Is if you just try not to concede too much, like try not to lose too many early dragons, and just allow the York to scale into late game to where no one on MidNight Tempest is going to be able to really touch him. That's a really good win condition for the Neon Knights as well. So again, I guess thinking back, like, I mean, I would personally like having the, if I had to pick a team whose draft I would like more, I would pick MidNight Tempest, but I do see there are a lot of legitimate win conditions on the side of Neon Knights as well.
Yeah, but I mean, every time though we've had anything with Neon Knights here, they've won every game. They actually, both teams here are currently undefeated, haven't lost a game yet in this in the actual tournament. But it just feels that the Neon Knight games are just so, in my mind, just a little bit more one-sided. Where I feel like some of the games that MidNight Tempest plays, I felt like it was a little bit closer overall. That's why I think I'm kind of leaning more towards that way, because if it's a win condition that the Neon Knights have to do in order to win this, I think they're going to get it. I do. I have a lot of faith in SD Argo as their jungler to be able to make that get that done and get those nice combos off in the bot lane, which is probably good, like you said, going to be their big struggle going against the Nautilus Varus.
Yeah, you mentioned SD Argo, because I feel like jungle is going to be the really key matchup here that we're going to want to look at, because they both have agency. They're both really strong junglers, and I feel like if Elise is getting ahead and able to get to these like nooks and crannies and find like good angles for cocoons and get good catch-outs on the Varus or the Karma, or it can even like look to really get Yorick ahead and do a lot of early dives in the Cassante, can make the game really difficult for MidNight Tempest. It feels like Cassante, like if he falls behind into Yorick, he's not going to be able to do anything in that matchup. So Udyr's going to have to probably help him out a little bit. But on the inverse, if Elise falls behind Udyr, Udyr's just going to be able to just run circles around Udyr on Elise. So the jungle is going to be a really close matchup we're going to want to look at.
All right, and as we saw there, the spectator delay is officially over. It is time to bring on game number 1 as we slowly load in. We have everything showing on one screen. Will the stream be able to see everything is the question. They officially can. All right, let's look at microtransactions. Off the bat, 2 people for, it looks like, yeah, for MidNight Tempest, 3 of them actually don't have skins, did not spend money on their champions.
Ooh.
And the only one that doesn't have a skin.
I'd like to repick my team now based on the amount of skins.
Yeah, come on, guys, spend the money. This is an indie game that needs your help.
You know what? We said the same thing about Potato yesterday with the Nautilus. He didn't have a skin.
That's true.
And we were kind of dogging on them for that, but honestly, he had a great game. That's kind of why I'm also just looking at this bot lane as well, because it's like if Potato played like he did last night, and same with Shoto, like they could just kind of take over before any of the snowball from York can begin.
As we do our little line up and down the river, showing everyone's location, where they are at. We're going to keep in mind here, Nautilus is definitely going to be doing a recall early, as he is currently vibing in the top lane.
Yeah, standard 5-point. Just make sure they don't get invaded. Get vision down. Okay, let's see. All right. Elise going with the red smite. That's going to be interesting. I don't think red smite's bad on Elise. I think I've seen more people run blue, but I also haven't seen an insane amount of Elises recently.
Have to go fix this. We're going to turn in-game up a little bit more, guys, so now we are going to be good. So off the bat, blue buff is going to be gained here by the Neon Knights first. And Udyr is going to go for his red on the top. So both junglers here starting in the top lane. No leash, though, for...
Udyr doesn't need a leash.
It's still good to have one.
He finished it before.
That's actually... That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's upsetting. Udyr, he's broken.
He's absolutely disgusting. People need to pick him more. Or ban him more. But yeah, Udyr really safe. He clears insanely fast. Really safe clear, especially with that green smite. He's going to be able to stay really healthy in the jungle. Let's see if he's going to skip his chickens. Does skip the chickens. I don't know if the ward was able to see him, so they might not have vision on where he is. I'm not sure if they saw him. We got some pings going down. So they might have. Yep, I think they're
they
tracking
saw
him pretty
him.
well. Yeah, they're tracking Argo pretty well.
Yep.
You know
They're
that he
gonna
skipped his
know.
chickens. Most likely going to be on those wolves. Nice full clear, both junglers full clear on the bottom side. There's going to be some action coming here early.
I love this. This is my favorite. Give me 3 to 10 deaths in the first 10 minutes of the game. Every time.
Argo's going to look for a nice... Oh, no.
He's going to go for his rocks.
Drugs. Yeah, both junglers might just want to go for a nice, simple full clear. Not too much action going on right now. Yeah, I played this matchup as Cassante in New York, and it is not very fun.
It sounds like it's a bad time.
It's not very fun at all. The cage, because Cassante doesn't normally build like attack speed, so it takes him a while to get that cage down. Is really slow attack speed. So the whole time you're trying to get out of the cage, he's just kind of, him and his little minions are beating you up. And his Q doesn't really kill the minions. You have to auto each of them, like the little ghouls, not minions, but. So it's a really frustrating matchup. The side of the Cassante.
We do see Argo is gonna just gonna show himself, make himself known to everybody, and shake hands and walk away.
Yep, just trying to help with that mid lane crash there. Maybe Hexify is gonna look for a nice back soon.
Maybe. Oh, Argo though, he's getting a little aggressive. He's now inside of the enemy's jungle.
Yeah, just placing down some vision. Wants to see if Udyr might still be there.
Oh, and here we go.
Gonna wrap around.
Udyr's coming in.
Mid lane.
Root's coming in. Argo's gonna try to come in and assist as well here.
Really nice Q3 from Hexify to get over that wall. And oh, good cocoon. And gentleman's agreement. Back off. Really good awareness. Really good attempt. Hexify is able to save his flash, and Udyr burns Ghost. And they burn exhaust. That's actually pretty big losses on the side of whatever their name is. I'm blanking on their name.
Udyr's team?
Tempest.
MidNight Tempest.
MidNight Tempest. Sorry about that. We don't have displays for the team names. Yeah, they losing 2 summoners for the price of 0 summoners spent on Neon Knights is a pretty big win for Neon Knights.
Again, not too much action going on right now, but one thing I will notice while just looking here at the minimap is the amount of vision that Neon Knights has, not only in the enemy's jungle, but just in river in general. I don't see any real wards right now on the field for MidNight Tempest here.
Yeah, they've been shoved in pretty much all game, so they haven't had time to really get down there and play some vision.
And this is just adding to that win factor, that win condition for the Neon Knights. What do you got to do? You push. You don't let these guys have any time to feel comfortable, because the second they feel comfortable, they will just start the steamroll over you. Do you see dragon?
Overall, they're gonna be able to get a nice comfy reset off. Maybe can look for a dragon here. They know they back, so they know they can kind of look for a dragon here. They don't have vision on Elise though, but I don't think Elise is gonna get here in time.
But the nice thing is the fact that there was a ward by the Neon Knights in that bottom grass, so they know that they moved up here.
Yeah,
the bait has been called.
For sure.
Oh, Argo.
They could risk it. Oh, they get it?
Oh, they did not get it.
After? Ooh. And then
Red team.
Argo's got a flash too. Ooh. That's rough, buddy. I've been on the other side of Argo's smite fights, and I've lost every single time. So I thought Argo was gonna get that.
It was just, you didn't even have to think about it. You're like, yeah, this is Argo's. He's on the map.
Honestly, yeah, I think that actually happened to me like yesterday too. I was like, oh, this is totally mine. And he just like hops out of nowhere, and I'm like, oh, okay, guys, I guess we're not gonna zone him.
No, I guess Argo's on the map, therefore you're not allowed to have it.
Yep. Good awareness though from MidNight Tempest, knowing that the bot lane back, and they can immediately take dragon. So they get a little something. Neon Knights getting a plate, but pushing up a little bit far. Here comes the Udyr.
Udyr doesn't though have his ult. That's gonna be unfortunate. Gonna get stunned again. First blood.
Oh no. Oh, that was awkward looking.
That was. You just got CC'd to death. First blood going to the Kaisa on
Shadow
the
can
ADC.
kill. Shadow can kill. Oh wait. Oh no! It's a disaster. He didn't cleanse. He didn't cleanse. I mean, he probably would have died anyway. But yeah, wow. Ooh, really unlucky play on the side of MidNight Tempest.
Wow.
You're going a little bit too early, getting chain CC down, and just not enough follow-up damage at the time. So that's going to be really good for the Elise here. She can probably go up and get that top scuttle, maybe look to place another ward deep down. As long as you know where this Udyr is, could be something. Potato, man, you don't win this, man.
Potato's gonna try.
I respect it. I respect the hell out of it, but
and here
you're
we
gonna
go.
win this. Ooh, good cocoon. And it's gonna reset. It's trying to annoy the Udyr a little bit.
Nothing special. All right, I'm gonna take a look. Hold on, lower gun.
Oh no, lower. Oh, he should be. He has ghost, and he gets out.
Wow.
All played from lowered. The good thing about Potato keeping crit there, though, was that he forced crit to stay low health.
Yeah. He's going to stay here low. An easy pick target once the flashes are back online. You see Nautilus is trying to aim it up. Crazy's trying to stay in the way so that way he does not get hooked. Oh, that was a nice hit.
Yeah, Crit's going to have to back soon. If he backs, he's gonna be losing a lot on this wave. Because they can take this wave and then probably get another plate pretty comfortably. You don't know where Elise is, though, so maybe they don't go that ham on it.
I think I can think so. I mean, they're down about 9 CS. Oh, crazy.
Gets the lens out of the Varus. That's pretty big.
And here comes SDRgo in spider form.
Yeah, Potato can, he gave him a free pass onto you.
Potato has the flash still, though. Wait, but
they can turn this. Unlucky.
No. Feels bad.
If they got the kill on Crazy Dog, it would have given the attack speed buff to Varus, and he probably could have went and killed Argo. But showing Elise bot side, Tempest decided to go, all right, you want to show bot side? We're going to take Rift Herald. With a nice Rift Herald. So Tempest being very objective focused this game. And oh, wobble wobble. Able to flash the Yone ult. Burn Yone flash.
SDRgo
might not want to go down too hard. Wobble wobble. You might be in danger here, boss.
Oh, SDRgo actually might be. Oh, that was a nice stun on Fiora.
Nice, good cocoon. And X5's got the back. It's a nice play from Wobble Wobble, but he's falling pretty far behind in this mid lane. Down about 25. Gonna get some gold here with the plates, though. Wobble Wobble, buddy. You can't be there. Oh, that ain't your lane anymore. Wobble Wobble. Gonna go down to Argo.
Udyr, though, stays alive. The Udyr stands alone.
He's alive, but Dragon's gonna be up in 15 seconds, and that looked like it's gonna be Neon Knight's name written all over it.
I wouldn't hold out MidNight yet. You still got Nautilus up. You still got Poe. If you got Poe, there's a chance. In Poe we trust.
So there's a chance they can go for a later fight on this. They backed. They didn't know where Udyr was. Maybe wanted to play a little bit safe, but yeah, mid gap is getting a little bit bigger and bigger. And
Two top laners, very low HP.
Very low. Dabbler taking a few too many tower shots. Has the TP though, so definitely good advantage going on here. He could definitely just come back, TP back, shove that wave. Lowercase might lose a lot going back here, but he's stabilizing the lane pretty well. As Nautilus went to go ward, he gets caught up by the cocoon. Say goodnight, Potato.
That is not what you want to see right now if you're a fan of the MidNight Tempest
remember I was saying
here.
Before that dragon has a Neon Knight's name written all over it?
Yeah, you ain't wrong.
That's it.
I'd like to cash in my ticket now.
Yeah, well, honestly, looking like Neon Knights, they activated their win condition right now. I mean, Elise is looking pretty good. You got the tier 2 boots, gonna do a lot of damage. Looks like the Karma mid's probably gonna go for Radiant Virtue. Karma mid, not a bad item, very supportive, but again, gonna be lacking in the damage on this team. I mean, where's the damage gonna be coming from? I mean, it looks like Udyr might be going for the Demonic Embrace, kind of sitting on 2 half items at once. I mean, Varus is going to do a decent amount of damage, but I mean, Radiant Virtue Karma mid, I mean, you kind of want a little more damage in the tank here. Cassante is not known for his damage outside of when he's ulting. So it's going to be really hard to play these team fights out, especially if Elise is as far ahead as she is. And Fed Yone getting a massive lead, he's going to be able to just shred through that Radiant Virtue. So things are getting bad to worse for MidNight Tempest.
Yeah, off to such a strong start too, as we saw yesterday in their games, and then just to kind of see the first game, the rust is still on and everything. Luckily though, whoever does lose this game will have a rebound chance. They're still gonna get a chance to make it into the finals, as the loser of this game will play SRG's Zeus team.
That is true. Loser
directly
bracket
following
run.
this game, because the loser bracket, there's still a chance. That's what they go. You know what, guys? Let's take this game, get the rust
Practice
off.
game.
Exactly, it's a warm up. Where it looks like Neon Knights have been warming up and they never got off League. They're just like, we've been playing for the last 24 hours straight. We're in this.
Yeah, looking real clean here. I mean, critical nugs with a nice advantage over Shoto, and crazy. I mean, the bot lane, I thought that was going to get the advantage, actually being shoved in the whole time and not really having a say in any part of this game.
Yeah.
And the gap in mid lane just grows further and further.
That is something that definitely, I'm looking at this and going, where's Mind Blown? Where is he? Unless for some reason Mind Blown couldn't join today. Oh, SDRgo. SDRgo's got friends.
Going in. Oh, he's got the nice cocoon. Varus doesn't cleanse it.
Ooh.
Definitely just takes on the chin, but that's fine. Didn't need to. Wasn't in any real mortal danger. And they kill the Udyr. Able to sit there and take that entire thing. I mean,
issue is you let the ADC get their third kill. They got a bounty now. They already have their 2 items working on the third.
oh, and York gets the first tower. It's gonna get from bad to worse here. I mean, some of it is like the itemization stunt. Like, I feel like Udyr would be able to afford Demonic Embrace now, but he went and got that Aegis early. He's kind of sitting on this like weird pseudo 2 half items. Oh, and they're diving.
Oh,
Potato
no.
gets the revenge kill. Argo's gonna have to hop over. Okay.
Argo, great use of your ult for survivability.
Not his ult.
Not its ult. Oh yeah,
Not his ult.
you're right.
See,
I had it. I was losing it. Just an ability.
she has the ability to transform with her R, so I understand the confusion.
I saw you lift into the air, and I'm like, oh, that's an ult. That's an ult.
No, it's pretty strong. That's why at least
That
considered a
is-
really good early game champion. Oh no, his cleanse is down. And he's able to just do it again. That's the power of Elise. So Elise is really strong early because of her E. So what she can do is when they do dives, is Elise, you go and tank the tower aggro, and then you hop up, and tower aggro drops when you're up in the air.
And it just grabs onto a minion at that point, so it's just basically free.
You pretty much get a whole tower aggro reset with Elise, which is why, like in pro play, she's really decent in pro play and high elo, because if you shove in, let's say your top lane, you shove in, 2-3 waves, at least level 3 comes in early, cocoon, boom, 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 goes up in the air. There's not many champions that can deal with that 2v1 that early. Nice early kills. Elise is really strong early. She kind of falls off a little bit late game as far as in terms of damage, but right now she's feeling real good. Got the Night Harvester and tier 2 boots as Udyr just finishes up the Demonic Embrace. Maybe he might be going for, looks like he might be going for the Radiant Virtue, or maybe going for the Jock Show.
Go ahead and just look at the gold differential here.
I mean, the big gold is really in this bot lane.
Yeah.
Huge lead in the ADC department here. Every
And
other
in the
lane's
top.
like, I mean, yeah,
It's
about
1,000 gold?
900. Yeah, 1,000 gold for mid and top, pretty much. Pretty, you know, in the York, they're expected gold losses in those respective lanes. Maybe Karma could have shoved in a little bit harder earlier on, but yeah, it's definitely looking a little rough here for. They're gonna take their second. Dad Lord napping.
The Dad Lord goes for the Rift Herald. They know that, and because of that, the rest of the Neon Knights took their second dragon.
They can look to go for a 4v5 fight here. This is their chance to actually win a fight.
All right, MidNight, if you're gonna do something, do it now.
Oh, Varusol got that big Yone ultimate going in. Hexify. Okay, there's so much going on right now.
SCRgo's gonna take out the top laner. Crit's gonna be able to take out Udar here. Everyone's dropping down. You had the advantage and you lost it.
Yeah, if that's a 4v5 situation and you lose 3 members in a 4v5 and they don't lose any, it's looking like a go next situation.
That is just rough. I really don't think.
And they dive,
my goodness!
They dive him again. Crazy should tank. Okay,
Crazy does tank it. Good job.
Crazy does tank it.
So big thing that I do not believe that they were expecting on the side of MidNight Tempest was that Yone ult. Yone went in.
Huge Yone ultimate.
He got literally 4 of the 5 of them. At that point, there's nothing you can do.
That was a huge Yone ultimate. Honestly, like I said, where is the damage on the side of Tempest? I mean, Radiant Virtue Karma is not doing the damage, not doing the healing right now that you think she's doing. I mean, Demonic Embrace Udyr, he wants to be in these long fights, but these fights are just not lasting long enough for these items to be effective.
Exactly. That's the whole thing with Neon. They want to get in, get out, bada bing, press our buttons, and just get this done as quick as possible, so that way you don't allow this scaling to happen. For a lot of these players, actually, for MidNight Tempest, they want these, like you said, to kind of go as long as possible. Otherwise, like you said, there's no damage, there's no nothing, and it's just
a lot. Especially with their itemization, like with Demonic Embrace, and like I said, it looks like he might be going for like a Jock Show here next. We'll see if it gets to that point in the game where he's able to afford a second item. But yeah, like the Karma build with Radiant Virtue, that's just, it's you have a second support, which sounds nice, but you don't have any actual AP damage this game outside of Udyr, which he's not exactly the biggest facilitator of AP damage. He's got to go in and really, you know, and it's just, like I said, it just seems kind of counterintuitive. Like if you have the Karma, you have the Varus, you guys can build poke in both your lanes. Like nobody except for Leona is going to be like super tanky on the side of Neon Knights. So if you just build, let's say like a Ludens or Leandries, you guys just sit back and poke. You don't have to engage. Sit back and just poke. Yeah, I think that was just something that maybe wasn't discussed when they thought about the comp. Like, you know, we can sit back and poke them and make them come to us when they're really low. If we can sit back and just kind of poke at them with a big stick, you know, they're not going to want to engage on us. But because of like the way they've been itemizing, they don't get to use their range advantage, which was one of the few advantages they had.
All right, red buff looks like it's just going to be grabbed here pretty easily.
Yeah, you can't even try.
I don't even think there's a point to try to contest it.
Yeah, you just pretty much saw the dude rob your house, and you just went, all right.
It's like, all right, thanks, man, appreciate it.
Don't just leave my ID.
Just please, mom. You can keep the wallet. Just let me at least keep my driver's license, man.
Yeah, let me take my driver's license. Those things cost like $60.
Okay, Rift Herald gets dropped. Was just about to run out of time on it. I kind of thought maybe MidNight Tempest forgot about their Rift Herald.
Yeah, I mean, they're just gonna have to try and crack mid, and then try to get some vision down. They're gonna have to try and get a pick this game. I mean, but their comp is not really made for picks. I mean, Varus ult is great, Nautilus ult is great, but other than that, there's not a lot of pick potential on their team. Managed to get mid tower. That's nice. That's good.
I'm a little surprised they allowed that, to be honest.
Maybe it was pity. But 8k gold to 21 minutes, and they're just going to start Baron. They know that there's no chance. Well, I mean, Udyr doesn't even have flash. Can't even get over the wall. So, and ooh, good stun to stop Hexify in his ultimate. But I don't even know if they kill him, to be honest.
Yeah, no, they just leave. They just leave him alone.
They just dip. They go, what's the point? We got his flash, that's good enough, and they get Baron, and I mean, yeah, that's gonna be about all she wrote. outside of several major throws, this game is effectively over. Like, they're gonna have to dive Fallon like 2 or 3 times. Dragon's coming up in 10 seconds, and Neon Knights are already trying to set up for that.
Yeah,
Get that on spawn.
Leona already sees it. She's as soon as that goes, she already got 3 of them here in. Cassante though did get the kill.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Wait,
I'm gonna watch that.
With the solo kill on top lane, how did that happen?
Let's
He
take
had
a
to have
look
like
here.
taken a bunch of random tower shots. Okay, boom. Yep.
The tower
Cassante,
shots.
Yep. So that's the frustrating thing with Cassante. If you ever go ahead of your minions and they're not tanking, he can just hop behind you, knock you in the tower, hit you in, ult you, and you're taking 4 or 5 tower shots for free, and there is nothing you can do about it.
Wow.
He is such a frustrating champion to play against.
So it seems like
Really
you kind of
well
want to
played
be
from
passive. You kind of want to play passive that entire time. Then basically, just try to be under your own tower as much as possible.
Well, no. If Davlor just like waited a few seconds and let his minions go up instead of like pressing his lead, I mean, let the minions do the work. You have Baron. You don't need to be up that far.
And honestly, it's not even a lead now, Hoovy. It's about a 300 gold lead. Never mind. I was about to say, he's down CS. It kills everything.
Yeah, but I mean, props to Lowercase. He's playing a really hard lane really well.
I agree.
It's ironic because I thought going into this game, like, Lowercase Island was going to be the big question mark going into this. Into a hard matchup. He wasn't looking like one of their superstar players yesterday, but he's the one that's been holding down the most so far.
Right now, he's kind of the staple. He is the staff in the ground going, no, we're not going to break. Good for him.
Yeah, definitely that rock in the top lane. Too bad the rest of his team's just falling like flies. Looking like one of my solo queue games right now. Like, guys, come on. I got hard countered. What do you want? What more do you want from me?
I'm winning.
I solo killed him. Please. Please.
And that's just... I have to think though, what's MidNight's mindset right now? What are they thinking? Are they just trying to basically just, hey, let's stall this out until Baron shows up or the next dragon shows up?
Their goal is just to try and turtle, and hopefully they can try and wait out Baron.
Yeah, but
that's their main goal here.
You're just gonna let Crit and Crazy take this tower. Nothing else you can do.
Yeah,
you got the Baron buff on them. That's just a shame.
If all they get is that tower, then that's fine. It's all right given the situation. They don't want to crack an inhib. If they crack an inhib, it's going to be pretty tough for MidNight. Maybe not the worst thing though, because it's pretty bad timing. Okay, no inhib. If there's longer times on Baron and Dragon, it'd be okay if they cracked an inhib, because it's just free gold going into MidNight Tempest space.
Yeah, all right, so Baron buff is all officially done here. Crit's gonna try to go in on lower. Lower's just not having it. Oh, they're gonna take this tower easily.
A little confused about the Force of Nature buy from lower. I mean, I know Argo is looking real scary right now, but I don't know if you need to justify the Force of Nature. Maybe Gargoyle there might feel a little bit better. You get a little bit of MR, not as much as Force of Nature, and it does give you a little bit of mobility, but definitely a little okay. A little questionable about the Force of Nature, but I do understand Argo is really big threat. You want to get some MR. Completely understandable.
Oh, Wobble got caught.
Wobble. Potato. Oh, wait, they got
Potato's
the
going
CC.
in.
Wait,
okay,
they got the CC down.
That's a big shutdown.
They kill critical. Wait, this could be the throw.
This is it. This is it.
This could be the throw. But York's still in their base. They need to stop it. They need to stop York.
Karma is leaving. Karma is leaving to go take care of the Yorick here. They're chasing down SD Argo as 1, 2, 3. Will they get the 4th?
He can look. Oh, ooh. Nice kill from Argo. Taking one down with them, and the kill goes down to lowercase.
So actually, look over here. Wobble's not having a good time.
Kind of getting smacked right now. But I mean, hey, really good play from Tempest. Heads up play. They should be able to maybe look to kill Dablord here. He won't be able to escape.
No, that's gonna be. Oh, just missed the ace. Just missed the ace by like maybe 2 seconds. But
Yeah.
that's what you needed. That is exactly the kind of fight you needed to go, especially in your favor.
Yeah.
You got some nice, massive shutdown gold there. As we now get ready for about 32 seconds for the dragon to come alive. And right now, MidNight Tempest is feeling alive. They're feeling good. And it started on the back of Potato Hoovy. It started. We saw Wobble gets rooted. He got stunned. He just couldn't move. And then Potato, he countered.
It felt like they tried to really throw the kitchen sink at Wobble, but then they weren't protecting Crit. Crit just got chain CC'd from the Nautilus, the Varus, the Udyr, and Crit's going, guys,
please, is this thing on? Hello.
Once they got Crit down and Hexify down, I mean, the fight just, was kind of over from there. But it's looking like they're going to get a nice, easy soul here. Hextech soul. Both teams TPing in. This could be the fight that breaks the game.
Who's going to take it? Who's going to take the dragon? Yone's going to go down. Crit, though, is going to take the dragon. His team's going down, though.
Wait, his team's losing this fight. They're losing this fight.
Hoovy, do you believe? That's another shutdown. That's back to back.
Wait, this can be another big ace. And Baron's on the board.
Baron's on the board. Go.
That's a clean ace.
Oh my, you got 30 seconds. Do not back. Straight. Keep going.
Dear Lord, they outscaled them.
MidNight Tempest, ladies and gentlemen.
This was the outscale I was talking about. Udyr becomes nigh unkillable, and then when you have Karma that can actually tank a little bit with the Radiant Virtue, he is super mega unkillable.
This is a free Baron.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a game.
God. Hoovy, the base.
They still got a tower up. It's a small price to pay for Baron. They can just kind of sit back,
I saw that for a
gold.
second and I panicked. I was like, is this how the game ends?
Could be a way. If Dabbler keeps shoving out like top lane and threatening that, I mean, that's just the awkward thing. I mean, Dabbler is just not getting the lead he should have been getting. He's in the counter matchup. He's on a comfort champion, and he did nothing with the advantages he had. Again, Lowercase Island just being a rock of a player for his team, and now his team's scaling really well. You see it now. It's really hard for Neon Knights to fight against this comp now that they're scaled up. Now they got some tankiness in them. Now that Yone isn't one-shotting their team, wait a minute, what's going on?
Are you saying there's a chance?
I'm saying there's more than a chance. I think Tempest could definitely win this game from the jaws of defeat. Outside of like a scuffed fight, I mean, it's looking real good. They just won 2 fights, basically almost clean aces, only losing 1 member in the last 2 fights. So yeah, they can totally go for it. While going for the Zanyas there, definitely still going for a lot for that survivability. Oh wait, okay,
no, we're good. What was that? Hope.
But yeah, I mean, this Udyr is going to be nigh unkillable. Wait. Oh, wait, why did Argo Zonios? Maybe I missed something.
What?
Why did Argo Zonios? Must have been a misclick. That could be huge. If Argo doesn't have Zonios in this next fight, that could be huge right there. That extra 2.5 seconds of safety gone for the next 2 minutes. They can't leave their base this exposed though. They can't sit there and try to ARAM because their base is going to get shoved in from Yorick on the bottom side and the super minions on the top.
Yep,
I know you guys got Baron. I know you're feeling real good, but you guys still got a base to defend. You guys still are technically on the back foot here. It'd be a real shame for them to throw it away after having 2 really good team fights and making this game interesting again.
One of the things here is I'm looking at, you see Wobble Wobble got stunned on the top, but
oh, they're going in. Leon's going in. But Argo's being caught out. Argo's caught out. He doesn't have Zanyas.
Oh, Argo's down.
Oh, but Crit
shut down the Udyr.
Big shutdown, but Crit's really low.
Crit's
really low. They can't fight it without Crit.
Oh, the triple kill?
And Shoto with the quadra kill. And they got their Indians back up. They're chilling.
Oh my.
Another fantastic fight from Tempest.
Wow.
And this is what I was talking about in Champ Select. Like, this team is going to be so hard to take down. And right now, I was talking about the damage on Tempest. They don't have a lot of damage, but they have a lot of survivability. You can't kill these guys, and because of the demonic embrace, because of the jock show, because of the radiant virtue karma, they're just not dying, and they're getting a chance for their Varus to just full hit in the backline and just do what he does best. Just sit back and farm champions. I mean, Elise as a champion has kind of fallen off. I mean, if she doesn't get the one shot that she's looking for on something like the Shoto or Wobble Wobble, Elise just isn't that good of a champion, in my opinion. This is why I'm not really a big fan of Elise. If you don't get a huge enough lead early, which she did, by the way, you know, you pretty much just become a cocoon bot, and you can look to try and assassinate the backline. But if you don't, you don't have the damage to stand up, especially with this Night Harvester build. You are never going to kill Lowercase. You are never going to kill Udyr.
Well, it's all coming down to this. This is now or never, with 1 minute before Elder Dragon coming in.
Yep. And back off. Neon's doing a great job setting up for these objectives. It's just the execution of these fights. I think, you know, they're used to playing with the gold lead they had and hoping they can just one-shot them real quick, but this team is not going down that easy or as quickly as they think they are. And now the ADCs are on equal footing in items.
About 34 seconds here. This is going to be it. This, Hoovy, I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited.
Both top winners have TP. Let's see. Dragon's up in 20 seconds. This could be the game. This could definitely be the game here on the line. Both teams just taking their time. Don't want to make that fatal mistake, costing them this very intense game. Very back and forth.
I'm loving this. All right, Elder Dragon is on the field.
See if one team wants to start it first. Argo.
One of the things that I'm looking at, Hoovy, though, right now, very quickly, is in the top lane. I don't want to switch over because I don't want to miss the fight here.
Oh.
But the back of Lower is currently going up against Dablord in the top lane right now.
I don't think Lower can actually kill Dablord.
He's not. He's going to lose that. But if he loses that, you're going to have to... Someone has to back here.
Wait, he ulted. He ulted. This is his one chance to kill him. In his ult.
He's not going to do it. We got to go back and look over here.
Oh.
No,
Big
goes in.
Ultimate.
There's the one shot down. Oh my.
Oh no, it's a disaster. And they can just end the game from right there.
Oh, that's it. That's all she wrote. Send the TP.
Wow. X5's going in, and that's that. Well, well, well.
Look how the turns table.
Of my own actions.
And that's it. Wow.
That's it.
Even after losing the last 2 team fights, this
all
and
it just looked like one good Yoni ultimate. They blow up the Varus. And after Varus, I mean, again, where is their damage if Varus isn't protected? That's what won them the last 2 team fights was, you know, they're able to peel Varus. Varus is able to sit back. Karma's able to do the mantra heal and just sit back and shield him. And with Cassante there, he was able to push someone away and buy some more space for Varus. With Cassante not there, you do not win that 1v1 against Yorick with the Black Cleaver, with the Shirelias, with the Divine Sunderer. I mean, it was impossible to win that. Eventually got outscaled in that matchup. But wow, what a game 1. Absolute banger of a game.
Wow, if this is how it's gonna be for the rest of the night, I'm getting excited. But we're gonna go get ready, get up for game number 2, which is going to, once again, we're gonna be able to see MidNight Tempest here going up against SRG Zeus Squad. We'll be back here, guys, real soon.